You were the first sales hire at Airbase. Can
Yeah,
you talk about getting involved with Tejo and Airbase and what it was like to kind of build that sales team from the ground up?
yeah. I think so. Back in those days, that you might have seen this, that the drift guys used to walk down streets of Boston and record
Hmm.
themselves on LinkedIn.
Shout out Dave Gerhardt. Yeah.
Yes. But so I literally recorded a video walking down University Avenue because that's where I had been given the job offer in Coupa Cafe. I got the job offer for Helpshift. So it was like full circle for me. My first large company account was Flipboard, which is also on University Avenue. It's right in that like blocks. Um, and I was like, this is, and also VmWare was around there. So I was like, my life surrounds here, and I moved out and I now live in the city. But I was like, let's go back there and walk those streets. I recorded this long 15-minute video and posted on LinkedIn. One of the people who saw that video was Thejo, and he sent me a LinkedIn message. He said, Tushar, do you remember me? I'm like, yeah, we had some, there was an engineer that used to work for Thejo and work for Helpshift. So I'd heard about him in his previous company. And he's like, I'm doing something new. It's a SaaS product. You should check it out. I want to talk to you. So we started talking so we met in August, we met in September, then we met in October. He closed the round in October. He was debating whether he should take a round or not. And then he said, I think there was again a little bit of skepticism that is always there from some of the VCs. Like, he's only done it once. Can he really do it? And I think Tejo was very clear. At least he's told me that. He's like, he wanted someone who can get their hands dirty. He was not looking for a VP of sales who is going to just come and figure things out. Because one of his first questions was like, when are you going to hire your first people? I'm like, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. I don't know. Till I become an expert in spend management, there is no reason to hire anybody else, right? So again, things moved faster. I closed my first deal was Clearbit, and I closed it in the first month of joining Airbase. And we hired our first AE in April. But I think it was, again, the founder has to be really clear on what they are looking for in their salesperson or in their first sales hire. And the first sales hires usually cannot be only focused on selling. They have to be focused on messaging. They have to be focused, and you have to be ready to get your hands dirty. And I am that kind of person. If actually you restrict me, I'll get annoyed. Like, I want to attend product meetings. I want to attend anything that we're doing with marketing. I want to write sales email. You know, I want to be part of how the deck is being made, because Tejo was using the same VC deck on the sales side. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work, Tejo. And it's like, why? Look how much money I raised. I'm like, sure, but you had to give up equity to get that money, right? These are people you're only giving the product to. Let's change it a bit. But he was very accommodating. I mean, there are some people who just want to be successful and don't get in their own way. Tejo is one of them. He knows what he wants in life, and he will see, like, okay, I need to get this done. If Tushar is helping me, I'm going to support Tushar. If Tushar is not helping me, I'll go find someone else, but I will be successful, right? That's the great spirit that he has. So yeah, that's how I joined Airbase.
And then spend management is super crowded, right? Like you have Concur who dominates the enterprise, and then a bunch of these startups, right? Brex and Ramp and Airbase, right? Competing for both startups, and then everyone's trying to move up market. Like, how did you think about establishing the sales motion in such a competitive space? How did you sort of think about those pressures?
From the very beginning, there was a very, it starts with this product vision that Tejo had, right? He said, I want to be the place, or Airbase is going to be the place to manage all non-payroll spend, which is a very technical phrase, but it makes a lot of sense to the buyer persona. So it starts from there, where he simply says that the vision is card spend, bill payments, and expense reimbursements. Those are the three ways you spend money. I'm going to track and manage all of those three things. So that set the stage on what we want to be. And we actually said Brex is a startup corporate card. Ramp is a corporate card. Ramp came a little later. And we were the only spend management solution per se for the mid-market, right? So that was the early understanding, and then we just doubled down on that. We were the only person, I think we were the only company back in 2019 that was talking about spend management. There was a company out in Europe called Spendesk. They were talking about spend management, and we were talking about spend management here. And I think that was, once we knew what we wanted to be, the credibility part actually started by, First Round Capital has this very good office in the city, in San Francisco, and we requested them that once a month on a Thursday evening, we will throw a party there. And as part of that party, it'll be like, it was not really a party, but it's, you have like wine and food in the drinks in the beginning for networking. And then we invited one CFO, and we launched this thing called the Path to Becoming CFO. And I think that was the most important place where everybody who is a controller or a VP of finance or a head of finance, anybody aspiring for CFOs, we had the CFO of Salesforce there, the CFO of Asana, a lot of accomplished names. And when people hung out there, they started listening about us. And then, we are not pushing anything. They'll come and talk to us. Hey, what do you guys do? In your second meetup, in a third meetup. So in those 6 months, I think the word around the vision of Airbase really took out. And third thing that we did was, we said, we are not a free product. We're going to charge you. So basically, any smaller company, we completely removed from the equation. So two contrarian things. This was not free, and there was no credit. It was a pre-funded model. That removed the need to compete with a Brex or a Ramp at that free tier completely. So we chose our own tier, and then we hyper-focused on, hey, we have the best integration into NetSuite. We have a customizable approval matrix, and we've got all of these different features that the others did not have because they were just getting a lot of customers with the high cashback, but only doing corporate cards. So I think it was a combination of this approach to get the like-minded people together in a room, give them some value, and then tell them about what we do, and then be hyper-focused on what we are doing, what we are and what we are not. And we simply said, you want credit? We don't have credit. I'm sorry. Let's go away. Right? So I think that helped a lot.